fans can. And a few of the top guys, Coach, in this league have been on hot streaks, fueling early MVP conversations. I guess it's never too early to talk about the MVP, is it?
Yeah, that definitely builds excitement for the fans and sets the narrative for the rest of the season. But you know, Kevin, it's still way too early to tell how it's going to shake out.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Inside for him, it's Gordon and Jokic. In at the guard spots, Murray and Brown. And it's Johnson in at the 3, the small forward. Now, here's Jokic. A rebound by Johnson. Young against Murray. Riza in the corner. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Riza-Shay's got his second bucket of the night.
He's got a nose for the bucket. Riza-Shay ready to go once he got it.
Pass to Jokic. Lays it up and banks it in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
A nice shot by Young.
Well, he's lights out when he has space. Trae Young, one of the best shooters in the league.
Jokic with the screen on Young. And it's Murray penetrating. Johnson for 3. It's hauled in by Trae Young. The Atlanta's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And Stan, you think about the skill level of Trae Young. What makes him, in your opinion, such a tough cover?
Well, I think the best thing about Trae Young, Kevin, is as much of a scorer he is, he's even better as a passer. And so it's hard to commit a second defender to Trae Young all the time because he will find the open people and create great shots for his team.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And he's such a big guy. Porzingis can just power through a foul and convert with ease.
For Denver, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Jokic with the screen on Young. And it's Murray penetrating. Johnson from outside. That's in there. Murray with the assist.
Well, the threat of Murray going down the lane opened up that kick out nicely.
Daniels against Brown. There's the 3. Daniels, no good. The Nuggets trail by 4. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
I caught up with Quinn Snyder. I asked him about Nikola Jokic and what makes him such a difficult matchup for defenses, and he said his versatility. He's a capable scorer and a fantastic passer. We have to be wary of his scoring and distribution with him, and that's not easy. Let's see how things unfold in this one. Back to you guys.
Allie, thank you so much. Here's Murray following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, Murray is a very good outside shooter, but I think he's at his best when he gets into the paint.
Here's Young. Softly drops in the floater. Young's got 5 points so far.
So graceful with the teardrop.
Young against Murray. And it's Jokic in the corner. Pocket 6. Kicks it out to Johnson. His three-pointers off the mark. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a win against the Pacers. Pass to Young. And here is Johnson.
Oh my goodness, that is an outstanding finish.
Oh my.
Well, you can't teach the athleticism displayed there by Johnson.
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. Now here's Murray. He had 27 points last game. Now Jokic jacks up a 3. Rebound by Johnson.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving it.
Here's Riza-Shay. Denver grabs the miss.
He's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, the Atlanta Hawks this summer, adding twos Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Luke Kennard, this team is now possessing a stacked wing rotation. And with this infusion of playmaking and shooting, guys, they could be pretty tough to deal with now.
Wow, a team to be reckoned with. All right, Shams, we thank you for the report. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Atlanta making some changes. Okongwu comes in for Reza Shea. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Dyson Daniel. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jones checked in for Gordon. Peyton Watson comes in for Johnson. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for... Christian Brown. And it's Bruce Brown in for Murray. Greg, we see a lot of change in the NBA, but Nikola Jokic always seems to stay in the MVP conversation.
And not just in it, at the top of it. His ability to affect the game is basically unmatched. He dominates in just about every single aspect.
A wiry athlete, Jalen Johnson. 2 loud points.
And Jokic wide open. He shoots, and he's good on the 3-ball. Jokic has got 10. Points.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Young for 3. Here's Okongwu. And it's Okongwu slamming it down.
Okay, wow. Okongwu. Unreal.
On the wing, Brown. Defended by Young. No problems knocking that one down. 13 points in the game.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Johnson, wide open, he fires. And again, it's Atlanta.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
Now, here's Brown. He has yet to score.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Johnson gets the bucket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And here is Brown. Pass to Jokic. 3-pointer. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists tonight.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. You guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Hawks?
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. They've got Peyton Watson. Jones is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Murray, and it's Hardaway in at the shooting guard. The Nuggets trail by 3. Watson the screen. Fires the 3. Murray, no good. Atlanta has gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Love to see this kind of aggression from Okongwu. Great job playing with force inside.
Back to Murray. Shot, high post, and again it's Denver.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
The Hawks leading by 3. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And communication is so crucial to winning basketball. Coach, teams that can get on the same page quickly, they clearly have an edge, right?
Oh, absolutely. I don't know that there's anything other than effort, maybe, that is more important to good defense than communication. The only way teams can be on the same page on how you want to cover certain situations is with great talk. It's got to be early, it's got to be loud, and it's got to be repeated.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Trae Young is getting recognition for his playmaking. He said, I've been top 5 in assists since I've been in this league, but I've been able to score so easily. People consider that selfish at times. I'm not even worrying about what people got to say. I know what I do. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, tuning out the noise. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report.
Well, shooters shoot, and Murray is unquestionably a shooter. He's taking that look every time.
Here's Daniels. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Dalen Johnson's checked in for Atlanta. And how about the emergence, Stan, of Dyson Daniels as an elite wing defender?
Yeah, look, Kevin, I think what happened with Dyson Daniels is he just got a chance to step into more playing time. And as he got that consistent time, he showed that he's not only one of the best defenders in this league, but he's got more offensive skill than people thought he had also.
Johnson outside. Back to Young. Pass to Johnson. Here's Rizachet. He's covered by Watson. Here's Okongwu. And he finishes nicely on the way. Okongwu's now got 8 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Murray outside. The 3 connects from three-point range. Murray's got the lead up to 1 now for the Nuggets.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Outside Daniel. Lets it go from the wing. Goes back up. And there's the nice layup by Okongwu. Okongwu's now got 8 here in the quarter.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Valanciunas with a screen on Young. Here's Murray. He's got 13. Gordon with a screen on Young. Murray the pass to Gordon. Over Young. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And a chance here to check out some stats for Jamal Murray.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And the Hawks making a change here. Porzingis has checked in. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Johnson comes in for Peyton Watson. Christian Brown's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Brown in for Jamal Murray. Here's Young. He's got 8. Rizachet finds Porzingis. The Hawks again can't hit. Well, it was the Hawks winning their last game against Los Angeles. Johnson outside. Kicks it out to Gordon. From the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
Well, confidence isn't something that Gordon is lacking. He thinks his shot is there, so he just takes it.
Young's shot is good. Young's got 10.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
A premier offense for the Nuggets, but defensively, Stan, there has been some slippage.
Well, they've had to make some tough financial decisions letting some of their defensive-minded veterans depart in free agency over the years. They got to wonder who will step up, but it often takes young players a little longer at the defensive end. Look at that touch. Not many do it better than Young.
Jokic with the screen on Young. Round kicks to Jokic. Off target with his three.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Young outside, the three, it's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Pass to Brown. And there's the drive. Kicks it out to Johnson. Back to Jokic. The power of Jokic. Wow.
The defense has had no answer for Nikola Jokic. He's getting whatever he wants out there.
Young passes to Porzingis. Here is Daniels. 32 seconds left in the second quarter. Just 5 to shoot. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Well, picking up his second foul, he can still be aggressive, but has to be smart about it.
So for the Nuggets, their last game, a win against the Pacers in Indianapolis. Brown with it. Still scoreless. With the drive. Jokic inside. Young's there. Kicks it out to Gordon. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists now in this one.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nuggets lead by 3. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Atlanta.
We need a department store intercom. Attention all ballers, attention all ballers. We have a missing defense, paging the defense.
All right, fellas, let's change it up. And that is it for halftime.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Reminds me of the good old days. Feed it to the big and let him work.
The small and power forwards are Reza Shea and Johnson. The backcourt guards are Young and Daniels. And it's Porzingis in at the center. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Here's Reza Shea. And the dunk by Reza Shea.
Reza Shea so talented with the ball in his hands.
And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That is his first foul of the game. Wide open look here for Murray. Cans it from downtown. Murray's got the lead up to 6 now for Denver.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
And you assemble an all-swagger team. Jamal Murray is on that roster.
Well, you're right, Kevin. And look, where players really gain their confidence, their swagger, if you will, in this league is when you play your best on the biggest stages in the playoffs. Jamal Murray has certainly done that. He has earned his swagger.
And taken away by Johnson. Jokic inside. Headed by Porzingis. Murray, the pass to Johnson. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. In GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of the starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise.
Pass to Ricochet. And the dunk by Ricochet.
Yeah, if you give Ricochet a chance at the rim, he's going to make you pay.
Jokic with his screen on Young. Here's Jokic, defended by Young. Jokic against Young. Outside for Murray. Another three for Denver.
Well, when Murray gets going, he's so tough to stop. Jamal is one of the most explosive guards in the league.
And Daniels up top, covered by Brown. Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut to just 5 points on the basket from Daniels.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Jokic with his screen on Young. Murray kicks to Jokic. There's Jokic with range.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Pass to Brown. Back to Jokic. In the corner, Murray with it. 5 on the clock. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And it's an 11-point Nugget lead.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Now Ricochet, covered by Johnson. Johnson finds Porzingis. And he converts the layup. Porzingis has got 7.
Well, for Porzingis, that's just easy money. I keep going to that until they stop it.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with them. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Trae Young. The Nuggets also changing it up. Zeke Naji comes in for Gordon. And it's Peyton Watson in for Johnson. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Nikola Jokic. Now let's take a look at the teams that have been holding their opponents to the fewest points in the last 10 games. The Nuggets, number 1.
Well, their defense over the last 10 games has been exceptional. They're really getting after it and communicating well on that end of the floor.
And plenty of contact on the shots. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted.
The previous play is under review.
Sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with...
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
We get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Watson finds Murray. Watson the screen. The Nuggets with another miss. The Hawks trail by 9. Alexander Walker passes to Johnson. It's good. And that's 10 points for Johnson.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Back to Murray. Valanciunas with a screen on Daniel. No coverage that time. Murray's got 14 points now in the second half.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
On the wing, Johnson. 1:37 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Alexander Walker. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Murray scanning the floor. To the paint. Daniels with the steal. Here's Rizachet. He's covered by Watson. Pass to Porzingis. Johnson for 3. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. 56 seconds left in the third. Kennard against Murray. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Porzingis. The Hawks trail by 10. There's the try. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Drills it from outside. Kennard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Murray outside. Valanciunas, that's a screen for Murray. Pass to Valanciunas. 6 to shoot. Here's Murray. Second shot opportunity. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Denver headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his team.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Murray. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Peyton Watson. It's Najee in at the power forwards position. Murray against Young. Now here's Murray. Baseline jumper. Valanciunas inside. Okongwu on him. Here's Murray. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got his 4th rebound in this one. Hardaway with the steal. And stolen by Okongwu. Alexander Walker on the wing. Good on the 3-point shot. Alexander Walker's got his first 3 points of the game.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
And so David Adelman calls the timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Aaron Gordon comes in for Zeke Najee. Johnson, he's checked in for Peyton Watson. And it's Bruce Brown in for Murray. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Denver's coach was going over with his team. Coach kept it calm, but direct. He said, quote, play smart, play our game. Don't worry about the score. Keep doing what we've been doing, and we'll be okay. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Jalen Johnson's checked in for Atlanta. The Nuggets leading by 5. Jokic with the screen on Young. It's Brown with the drive. And Jokic gets it to go.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession. Well, he outworked everyone for that board. It's the kind of effort you love to see.
Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
And it is so much fun watching these guys just throw it down. Jalen Johnson can do it with the best of them.
Pass to Jokic. The kick out to Brown. Johnson wide open. He fires. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 5 assists tonight. Hard away against Kennard. Now, here is Young. Kicks it out to Johnson. Again, Johnson missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Jokic inside. Kennard covering. Brown. Young in the corner. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
Crisp mechanics of Young on display there. A guy who has his shot down cold.
Pass to Jokic. The open shot by Johnson. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. And that's 17 points for Cam Johnson.
Well, they expect this from him. And he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He knows every possession is critical now. So for the Hawks, Porzingis is checked in for Okongwu. Reza Shea is coming in for Alexander Walker. And Daniels subbed in for Kennard. And Denver also making a switch. Jamal Murray, he's checked in for Bruce Brown. On the wing, Johnson, defended by Gordon. Shot clock at 5. Daniels fires. Jokic with the rebound. The Nuggets leading by 7. Now Murray. Jokic with the screen on Young. Got it to go off the glass.
Yeah, we've seen this before. When Murray gets it going, he gets it all going. He can score from anywhere.
Young misses the 3.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Jokic a screen. Murray. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him to clean look.
Johnson rips down the board. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Here's Jokic. Johnson outside. Down he goes for 3.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding it.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
Can't get it.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Takes the 3, and there's the 3.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Nuggets.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jamal Murray.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
It's time now to present our player of the game, Jamal Murray.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players.
taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Okongwu, the 10-foot jumper hits. Here's Denver now. They're on a 19-7 run. Jokic against Okongwu. Okongwu pulls it down. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. And as we leave you,